We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Wildfires, primaries, Google Backlash, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. A Texas wildfire has burned through 200,000 acres of land, threatening the lives of residents in the state's panhandle towns and causing a mass evacuation. The enormous inferno started on Monday afternoon. Since then, the fire, which began near the Smokehouse Creek, has doubled in size, according to the Texas A&M Forest Service. Fire and rescue officials have their work cut out for them. The flames are being fanned by gusty winds and fueled by the dry, unseasonably warm weather. Residents of Hemphill and Roberts counties were ordered to evacuate their homes early Tuesday afternoon as the inferno inched closer to populous communities. The wildfire is trekking across Texas so fast that it burned about a football field worth of land every second. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump won their respective Michigan primaries on Tuesday. Trump beat Nikki Haley 68% to 27%. Biden won 81% of the Democratic vote, but 13% of Democratic voters chose uncommitted amid an Arab American-led protest against his support for Israel in Gaza, which could overshadow his win. The president faced no real primary challenger in the contest, but a campaign that formed just weeks before the primary to vote uncommitted in protest of his continued support for Israel's war in Gaza signaled the fury and betrayal some Arab Americans and younger voters in the state feel for Biden. The group pushing for voters to choose uncommitted, called Listen to Michigan, set the goal of 10,000 uncommitted votes in the primary. With more than half of the votes tallied Tuesday night, uncommitted had received 74,000 votes out of a total of more than 580,000. Almost 13% of the vote. House Republicans have subpoenaed Special Counsel Robert Hur for the transcript and any recordings of President Biden's interview from the investigation into the president's mishandling of classified documents. Republicans leading the impeachment inquiry, House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan, and House Ways and Means Committee Chair Jason Smith requested the materials related to Biden's October 2023 interview be turned over to Congress earlier this month and set a deadline of February 19th. That deadline was not met, but the Justice Department said it was working to gather and process responsive documents. The French government issued a decree on Tuesday that bans meat-free products from using meat terms such as steak, ham, filet, prime rib, among others, as the government said the terms were reserved for meat products. The decision comes amid a feud between the meat and vegetarian industries, who are attempting to offer consumers meat-like alternatives while curbing the use of actual meat. However, the government has said terms such as vegetarian ham or vegan sausage can cause confusion about what is actually inside the product being sold. According to the report, individuals caught violating the new labeling law face a fine of up to $1,630 or just over $8,000 for companies. Google parent Alphabet lost $90 billion in market value Monday as controversy over the Silicon Valley giant's generative artificial intelligence product made its way to Wall Street. The sell-off followed a spate of controversy surrounding Google's Gemini AI service, with issues including Gemini's image-generating service producing racially inaccurate depictions of historical figures, and its chatbot refusing to determine the more negatively impact historical figure between Adolf Hitler and Elon Musk, culminating in the company's admission it missed the mark with Gemini's early rollout and taking its AI image service offline for the next few weeks. How problematic is Google's Gemini's alleged racial and historical bias? According to FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr, it's deeply concerning. What this is doing is laying bare for the American people to see that the political ideology that permeates Silicon Valley is finding its way into algorithms, Carr said on The Bottom Line Monday. And for years, we were told there is no conservative bias, there is no political ideology, it's all just neutral algorithms, he continued. And I think people are seeing for themselves that that is very far from the case. Last week, Google Gemini's Senior Director of Product Management said it is working to improve the AI tool immediately after it produced those inaccurate images and refused to show pictures of white people. The Justice Department has launched an antitrust investigation into United Health, owner of the biggest U.S. health insurer, a leading manager of drug benefits, and a sprawling network of doctor groups. The investigators have, in recent weeks, been interviewing healthcare industry representatives in sectors where United Health competes, including doctor groups, according to people with knowledge of the meetings. During their interviews, investigators have asked about issues including certain relationships between the company's United Healthcare Insurance Unit and its Optum Health Service arm, which owns physician groups, among other assets. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.